It is time for a new habit. That habit is eating dark chocolate. Life simply does not get any better than this. So why is eating dark chocolate so important? Because it's high in antioxidants and it is high in good fat. All right? So in this video, we're going to go over the ORAC value of dark chocolate candy. We're going to go over its effects on cholesterol and blood pressure. We're going to go over what kind of chocolate to buy and how to eat it. But in the end, it comes down to what you think about eating dark chocolate that will determine if you continue it as a habit or not. If you believe it's a must, you will continue to eat it. I'm going to prove to you right now it's a must to eat dark chocolate. Should be a pretty easy task, okay? So first of all, it's ORAC value. It's oxygen radical absorbent capacity. Radical absorbent capacity. It's the ability of a food to absorb or deal with free radicals. So what is a free radical? All right. All of life is an exchange of electrons between atoms or molecules, right? And so let's look at life as a marketplace. And you have these two molecules in the marketplace, or these two men in the marketplace, and they're exchanging their currency of these electrons back and forth, right? Well, one steals from the other, and now he's shorted. He's no longer whole. He gets a little radical about the situation, and then he goes and steals from someone else, and then they steal from someone else, and you can imagine the chaos that ensues. All these free radicals in the marketplace. But what if you consumed a food with a high oxygen radical absorbent capacity? You could restore function to all these molecules, and function is life and lack of disease. Dysfunction is death and disease, okay? So to deal with free radicals, you want a high ORAC value. So what is the ORAC value of dark chocolate candy? Well, dark chocolate candy has an ORAC value of 20,833. What does that mean? How does that rank? Well, cocoa powder, raw cocoa powder, has an ORAC value of 80,933. Considerably higher, right? So do I got to eat raw cocoa powder now? No. Let's look at a food that we would consider to have a high ORAC value, probably like blueberries, right? But their ORAC value is only 6,552, okay? So chocolate as a candy still has an extremely high ORAC value and can handle a lot of free radicals, restore a lot of function to your body, all right? So now let's look at its effects on cholesterol. Study done, 131 people for 4 weeks, all right? They gave them anywhere from half an ounce to an ounce of raw cocoa powder daily, all right? And then in the end, they tested their cholesterol, all right? After they got their baseline, the good cholesterol went up, the bad cholesterol went down. Good, right? But if you don't understand how cholesterol works, it doesn't mean anything to you. So I want to try to clear up this thing about cholesterol, because cholesterol has such a horrible reputation, yet it's the workhorse out there repairing and taking care of your body, all right? So we have LDL and HDL, all right? Let's start with LDL, all right? These two are the dump trucks. They carry the cholesterol and fats you need to do the repairs you need to your body, all right? So LDL is the L for low riding dump truck, all right? So let's look at it like this. Your body's a city and the streets are the arteries, and these dump trucks are carrying the loads to do the repairs, right? So your LDL rides low to the surface and it carries the cholesterol and fats you need and does the repairs. So if you have a lot of damage and you need a lot of repairs, then you need a lot of LDL to carry the cholesterol to do the repairs. So if LDL is elevated, you have a lot of damage. Even though LDL is the workhorse, this is where it gets its bad reputation, because it means if you have a lot of LDL, you have a lot of damage, all right? Now that gets compounded. What if you load this dump truck with bad fat or reactive fat? Fat that will oxidize, right? So you're dumping the loads and trying to do the repairs, but it gets all crusty, it gets all oxidized, right? And then it has to build up. So now you have atherosclerosis, or clogging of the arteries, right? So it causes problems. But if you fill it with good building materials, like good fat that you find in dark chocolate, now when you do these repairs, the roads will be healed well, right? They'll start to get better, things will start to improve, and then you'll need less LDL, right? And you'll need less cholesterol. So now you'll have all this cholesterol floating around in the blood. Well, along comes HDL, right? And HDL is the high, H for high riding dump truck, and it just picks up all the excess cholesterol and takes it back to your liver, all right? So now your HDL must go up because you have excess cholesterol because you're doing less repairs, and your LDL must go down because you're doing less repairs, right? So you see how that balance works? So cholesterol is very good for you, and it is the workhorse repairing your body. So cholesterol is very important, but it is not bad, all right? So we've improved our arteries. Well, there's also, when we eat dark chocolate, it improves or increases the level of nitric oxide in your blood vessels, and it causes them to relax, okay? So now we have improved highways, and now they're more relaxed, and you have improved blood flow, right? So now this is where all the other health benefits that we hear about from chocolate come from, because when you have improved blood flow, you have improved function, okay? Awesome. So that's all good and true. The research scientists wrote it down, and I'm not saying it's not true, but I like to have either a real life event, either in outside in history or in my body, that I can use common sense to agree with the science, right? Well, we have that with dark chocolate. A lady by Jeanne Clement, a French lady, she ate 2.2 pounds of chocolate a week. I was about to say a day. That would be fun, wouldn't it? 2.2 pounds of chocolate a week, all right? But what did this lady do that was so amazing? She lived to be 121 years old. Now, you might be saying, that's only one person. No, that's one person out of 14 billion, and she was the most successful, okay? By eating dark chocolate, by having all those antioxidants, she continued to improve her function. Improved function is improved life, all right? So, and to compare her to the test, they were assuming they were eating the same. I don't know exactly what chocolate she ate, but they were eating 1 ounce a day. She was eating upwards of 5 ounces a day, all right? So what kind of dark chocolate do you want to buy, all right? I do 90% because it has the highest ORAC value, the most cocoa content, all right? And now, some people might eat it the first time and they might think, oh, that's a little chalky, or that's just not for me. If you are still not yet sensitive to sugar, if you're just getting off refined carbs, you might not be able to taste the sweetness in it. But the further you get away from refined carbs, the sweeter the darker chocolates will taste to you. So go buy, it usually says right on the front, go buy some 70%, buy some 80, buy some 90, all right? And just start to taste it. But it's important on how you eat it. You just break it off. You don't chew it up, okay? Not like a milk chocolate. You put it in your mouth, you let it melt. Savor that flavor. It will come. As it melts, it will just excite your mouth. It's absolutely delicious. Here's the cool part. I don't limit how much I can eat, all right? But I eat the 90%, and I pay attention to fullness, okay? And it really seems to curb my hunger when I eat the chocolate. So it's just another habit I do throughout the day that's absolutely fabulous, all right? I'll take a bar with me, eat it throughout the day as I want. I never overeat. It really seems to curb my hunger. Another way I like to do it is at night with my wine. I sit down, have a half glass of wine, and savor some chocolate. Folks, this is an amazing habit. It just doesn't get better. You'll really enjoy it, all right? So, what happens if I don't get my dark chocolate? I'm going to have higher cholesterol. It's going to be harder to relax, right? And I miss out on all this wonderful taste, all right? So, what's the pleasure from eating dark chocolate? It's a time just to sit and relax, breathe. So I'm going to have, and then when I eat it, the actual chemicals are help my blood vessels relax, It's going to improve my cholesterol, right? It's going to lower my blood pressure. But the coolest benefit from eating dark chocolate is it tastes amazing. All right? So, go get some dark chocolate. Start at 70. Work your way up to 90. Absolutely enjoy it while perfect health is becoming common sense.